the different colors. Some of them are blue and some of them are yellow.
Yep.
Well, they got a cow catcher on the front of this thing, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sure, sorry.
Let's get a little shot over here.
Where's New Jersey? Where's that?
New York.
I run trains in and out of New York City, Penn Station.
One of us.
Yeah, Penn Station, New York.
In and out of Penn Station. So.
Oh, really? Slightly different geography then.
Yeah.
Train in the evening when he takes it back, it's 1,200 people on the train.
About 1,300 passengers on my train coming home. And a 12-car train.
New York to New Jersey.
And it's electric MUs. Yeah.
1,200. Well, we can put 1,200 in 8 cars.
We can actually, and we
I'm not joking. Do you get Doctor Who in New York?
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Sorry.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Yeah.
I think so. Have you seen Doctor Who? Brooks, the British sci-fi? No, probably not.
No, I haven't.
No, probably not.
Because if you get the picture in here, this is just like his TARDIS. It's very old.
Yeah, not a lot of maintenance been done for a while, eh?
They're gonna bloody resurrect him.
They're gonna upgrade this line though, aren't they, in 4 or 5 years? That's what they're promising.
We're meant to get new lines.
50 years, yeah.
50 years plus.
Where was it from?
England.
England, yeah.
You know, it has all the, it looks very similar to the commuter trains in England, in London.
Yeah.
I think they got rid of them because of the suspension. I didn't like the suspension. It's got real bad suspension.
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to see that. Wait, this will get rid of these and pick them up.
When I drove in here yesterday, I noticed there's quite a number of tunnels, and you're like, like next to the ocean in some places.
Yeah, on the other lines, yeah.
This actually used to be the main front line.
Yeah, up through, and then it took about the 1920s when they, yeah. Must have been, I bet they couldn't have hauled very long trains up that incline.
No, I think there was shuttle trains
Up to Johnsonville, up to the yards, yeah.
I can imagine they had big yards in Jaden.
Isn't it? Yeah.
But that's the way things were in the heyday, in the railway heyday, say, back on the rolling stock.
Yeah.
Maintain the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're doing 40 to 50 kbs. You know, anything over there.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
It's pretty we didn't have one of the refurbished ones here.
Yeah.
Look a lot nicer on the video.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna go again tomorrow, so it might be a bit lucky.
I'm glad we got a break in the rain. You know, it doesn't mess the front windows up so much, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should take the boy, the rugby on Saturday.
What?
You should take him to the rugby.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea.
How much current do they got in the overhead wire? There we go. We got about 12,000 volts AC in our overhead.
Yeah, 1,600 volts.
1,500 is it DC?
1,600, yeah.
Yeah, there are some parts where they have like 25,000 in the overhead.
Yeah, I think it's probably up to us.
We want to get close to that.
Stuff as well. Controller, he does that line.
Right.
The Midland. So he can probably tell me a bit about that. Where did that was? It was Junction in Canberra.
Yeah, that's where we came down from, yeah. But actually, the line I think runs from Hamilton. Comes from Hamilton and runs all the way down.
It'd be fair to say they have
Is that a branch of the...
Yeah.
So do you have, like, are you enclosed in your own driving cabin here?
Yeah, we have a full width cab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I operate on the right side of the train, and there's a vestibule over here,
Yeah.
and we have a like
So
a handbrake on this
you don't
side.
have any contact with the passengers?
Not really.
Unless he's got relatives there, and then we get to get in the front, and then
What is that? Why don't you have contact with passengers?
Well, we're closed
You're
up.
just scared of getting mugged, eh?
What's that?
Yeah,
We actually they have it. It's almost like a cockpit of an airliner, if you know what I'm saying. And if in fact we're not even supposed to. We're not even supposed to have people up in the front, when we're operating. I let people up sometimes anyway, though.
They have a locked cockpit door and people riding on the trains to protect them. Yeah. They call them train marshals, is that right?
Well, we have.
train marshals.
A liaison between drivers and the managers.
Yeah, we have like a.
Why don't you give me your bag? And so
okay.
Can't get off your elbow. Oh, yeah.
It's okay. I got it. You got it. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Thank you.
So how long have you been driving for?
35 years.
Anything else prior to that?
What's that?
Signalman or anything else?
No, I started when I was 19 years old. I was what they call a locomotive fireman back then. I was like an apprentice engineer.
Okay, yeah.
And then we went to after working as a fireman for 3 years, they sent us to school to become an engineer.
Okay, yeah.
But I maintain my position on the roster as
So you're top roster, are you?
Yeah, I'm number 5 on the New Jersey Transit roster.
We've
Engineer.
got one guy that's been driving here 50 years. He's still driving.
When I retire in 4.5 years, I'll have 40 years service.
He reckons he's retiring.
They're 60 years old.
I think we've got about 80.
60, yeah. You have to have 30 years service and be 60 years old in order to get a full pension.
Okay. Well, that's good. 65 here.
I got my time in. I got 35 years, but I still don't have my age yet. So when I get 60, and by the time I am 60, I'll have 40 years.
Do you get a bigger pension because you've been in 40 years? So,
But the difference between 30 and 40, you get a little bit more, but it's not worth hanging out to the other 10 years, if you know what I mean.
Have you ever thought about driving in other countries?
What's that?
Have you ever thought about driving in other countries?
No, not really. I mean, the reason why I'm in New Zealand is because my mother, was born in New Zealand. My father, was stationed there in the army, during the Second World War. My father and mother got married in New Zealand.
Oh, was your father a Marine?
He was in the army,
New Zealand Army or?
the American Army, United States. And
he went from here to the Solomons.
So he would have been a Marine then, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
What a community.
he met my mother up in the Auckland area, I believe,
Yeah.
somewhere in that area there.
And you spent the first few months of your life in New Zealand?
No, I was born in the United States.
No, but
My sister was born in New Zealand because she was born right after the war. She's 6 years older than I am. She's-
mine's over the end of the war went across about 500 of them in a boat to all of them, often with children or pregnant, all across to the United States to try and find these guys to marry, And about a third of them met up with the guys and got married, but quite a lot of them, the guys just disappeared, or they got there and they didn't turn out. So it's quite a story, And these women going across,
Yeah, my mother and sister sailed on one of them ships. And I was born, in the United States in 1951. And when I was about 2 years old, my mother and sister and I came to New Zealand. We were here for I think 9 months, I think it was, that we stayed. But I was only 2 years old. During that time, my sister actually went to school there because she was born in New Zealand.
wife's grandmother was with Trentham, and that's where the military base was.
Yeah, yeah.
She had a sister that was a model.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, the grandmother was the youngest servant whack in New Zealand.
Oh.
And they all met up with Marines and
Yeah,
one of them got engaged, and he died in Wellington.
yeah.
So she's told me a few stories. Very interesting. Hearing these stories. But she said that the New Zealand woman around that time were very taken aback by the Americans. He said,
Well, the Americans were polite for a start.
Yeah.
Used to,
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, they were different.
And she said, "Oh, our blokes they never bloody talk to us." And I think, no, just go up, just keep themselves.
That's right, exactly. The Kiwi guys.
I had no idea, right?
Probably did the Kiwi guys good to get a bit of competition
Yeah.
there. They're probably
Yeah.
up their act a bit.
Yeah, wait your ideas.
No. Where's she getting? Well, that's actually what, because Brooks does the same thing. Takes the train in and then does a couple of a run up to the Queens and that in Manhattan and then takes the train out. So the same sort of thing, yeah.
I was saying that have to, he's going to find out whether there's people working on the trains and what's actually happening around.
Yeah.
So they built that into the start point.
Yeah.
We demand it. So
How fast can you operate these at 60-mile-an-hour maximum or what?
we'll try it on this line.
What's that?
You can't on this line, you can't. Which is not.
So the line's very long.
The line's right up to it, so it's about 50
This line here is 50 k's.
Okay. Our maximum speed, with the commuter
The
train.
speed will be in kilometres, 60 k's.
Okay.
I'll get up to 60. The tunnel's all 40 k's.
Oh, you got a lot to slow down 40 in a tunnel.
Yeah, it's 60 now. It's probably about 65 in speed.
That's pretty good. I got it pretty good, Nancy. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, look, see this?
Yeah, you got good footage.
Yeah.
This line here has 7 stations, 7 tunnels, 7 bridges in between. 3 times 7 is 21, that's our running time, 21 minutes.
Yeah, it's a very scenic line.
Yeah.
It is actually. The best bit is actually coming down from the cross of the arms from our station down.
Literally up to the bloody snow.
Yeah, after done a couple hundred trips.
Oh, man. Watch people coming up making snow. Oh, look at these nuts.
I guess after a while you had enough, huh?
Now, Brooks, that's where my mother's going to live in one of these apartments here. This is Wellington Major Retirement Village.
Right up here.
Yeah, these villages, and she's going to live there, and my dad's going into the hospital there. So that's...
You're working on that right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's these ones that are being worked on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How close is that to your home? Just a few minutes?
It's about 5 minutes from where we live, yeah.
Okay. Now we're getting pretty. We're getting pretty close to the station that we got on at, right?
No, about another 4.
Get a little side shot there.
This is a 40k curve coming up.
Okay.
Probably got 50, about 40 guys coming.
I see fellas have to wear vests, right, when you're working? Yeah, we have to wear, we're supposed to wear safety glasses when we're operating.
But on the train,
Yeah, we're supposed to operate, we're supposed to wear safety glasses because sometimes kids throw stones at the windows and stuff like that. What's that? Yeah.
you occasionally get people throwing stuff or dropping stuff.
Music, quite a bit, eh?
What's that? compressor. Now our maximum speed without trains will operate 80 miles an hour. We're on the main line. It goes between Washington and Washington.
What's that, about 120 k's, is it?
What's that?
Yeah.
80 miles an hour.
Yeah, about 120 k's.
Yeah, the Acela trains. The fastest, the Amtrak trains operate at 135 miles per hour. Yeah, the air compressor.
Right.
That's the air pump for the air brakes.
Red no compressor. We do one spot next to this one. All the way to town. Yeah, I'll just do the one right there. So once you use it, just go down.
I tell you what, I know we've got a couple of people back home that are going to enjoy this. I'm going to make some DVDs when I get home. Yeah, it sounds like some of the old trains we had in America years ago that we got now from the other day.
So this is 50 years old, this carriage.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's got some of the sounds of some of the trains that we missed, you know.
Yeah.
We're actually quite like this, these kind of sounds, you know. We don't hear the clickety-clack on the rail too much because it's all welded rail now where we run.
Yeah. Yeah. They tried it on this line. I think they did. They tried welded rail and then they had to take it up again. Thought they might have been. They tried some sections of welded rail on this track. I thought they did, and then it.
Got a nice sound of the air compressor there. So the old subway cars in New York had that sound too.
Did they?
You had the traction motors grind out, and you had the knocking of the air compressor. And then when the compressor stuff, it shuts off, and then the thing just kind of coasts down, you know. Then we have the electro-pneumatic air brakes on our electric commuter cars.
Yeah.
They're very nice.
Okay, right, we're in the train and the subway, the toilet.
In the. No, this one that's much better.
Buddy Paul Yorko back home, he said he absolutely loved this. You know, he grew up in New York, you know, and when they had the old subway commuter cars, this has got bring back memories to him. You know, the sounds, you know. Yeah. Besides operating trains, also operating, trolley, you know, a streetcar, they call them trams over here, at a museum.
So you see the point to run them as well?
The only places where they run them, where they have the old trolleys, was New Orleans, where they have where they've been continuously operating them since the 1920s.
They used to have trams here, and tomorrow up the coast at Pycon Creek is a tram museum. I might go and have a look at that.
Do they have anything operating there?
I think they've got a short track.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. And the Christchurch, I think they've got trams operating in Christchurch still, where you can get in Christchurch. They might have trams.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be close to where we're staying, you think?
Don't know. Yeah, well, they're staying near the train station, so there should be something here.
It's still the air brake now.
It's an air brake.
It's still the air brake.
Oh, okay. That's the air brake now.
So do you drive the diesel locos as well?
What's that?
Do you do the diesel locos?
Yeah, we do, but I haven't been on one for many years though. I don't think I've actually operated a diesel since about 1994. I've been on electric since then. Yeah, because you know the main line that I operate on is all electric. Yeah, this is good, Rob. Getting good footage here.
I've ridden it a few times with Brooks in his car, and when you go into New York, it's like there's 8 to 10 tracks across, you know, and all the trains are coming in.
21 tracks.
21 tracks.
There's 21 tracks in it. Yeah, we got the.
Amazing signal.
You know, the tunnels going into the Hudson River, 2 miles long. And they go to 2-mile tunnels under these rivers also. There you go, stop signal on there. Being held there, eh?
You wait here till the other one comes up. So the crossover comes up, I think.
I'm waiting for another train going the other way, eh?
You wait for the other train go the other way, or?
Do a train there?
It's the same type as this, but it's a refurbished train.
Okay.
It's just had $1 million facelift that all the ratepayers paid. We promised all the old stuff about 2008. We're going to get complete new fleet.
Yeah.
The money is going to other places.
Yeah, buggers.
Do you have to carry a license when you operate trains?
Me too, yeah.
Yeah.
I carry one.
So this is now, we're coming up to my home station.
Okay.
Station we got on at. And,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there into town.
Once upon a time, everyone had to carry their certification to keep the gallons.
I'll tell you what, we get in pretty good trouble if you know if there's somebody asks for it and you don't have it, they pick you right out of service.
Do they?
Yep. And do you have like a government authority that overlooks the railroad and comes and inspects things sometimes? Like we have what they call the Federal Railroad
Land and
Administration.
transport safety.
What's that?
Land and transport safety.
Okay. We have what they call the Federal Railroad Administration. They call it the FRA. They send their inspectors out and they'll come and check the paperwork and stuff like that. Take a look at things.
It's a weird that here, nothing has moved.
This is a lot behind here, isn't it?
Yeah, this is where we
timber
come in.
place. Yeah. They sell timber here.
Timber and hardware.
Okay.
So
They can buy stuff for the bathroom, like tiles and all that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah. Get most of that stuff.
Yeah, like we are, right?
Oh,
Yeah. We'll do the same thing if he's stationary.
Right.
You can hear it.
so this is now we're going down this gorge.
And they got gorges on the left side.
Yep.
And then we go into a tunnel down there too, right?
Yeah. Several tunnels. 3. So that's the walkway down there. You can see there's a really good walkway down the river.
Okay, that's
Really
right
nice.
down there.
Yeah. We've been we're taking the kids swimming down there. There's actually some big swimming holes down in that river.
What is it, fresh water?
Yeah.
Look at this. See the whole
But
river.
I wouldn't drink it.
No, you wouldn't drink it. When we swim, we go up to here. Yeah. It's clean. It's good. Pretty clean now.
You wear wetsuits when you go in there?
No, the sewage and that doesn't go in or anything like that. Yeah. But the stormwater does. Yeah.
So you gotta watch out, like you don't get runoff and fertilizer and all that stuff.
Yeah. So, you wouldn't want to put your head under.
No. Is this another tunnel coming along here, right?
Yep. So the gorge goes, you walk down, it goes down there.
Okay.
That's it there, down that side, yeah. So it's a walkway down there.
This is the long one, huh? The longer one.
Now all these tunnels have names.
What's this one?
I can't remember. The next one is Lizard. It's the longest one.
Oh, lizard. Okay.
And the last one you come out of is Elbow.
Apple.
Yeah. The turn between here called Kaipara Nino, sorry.
Look at this.
I had them all put down on the list of work. Some guy gave it to me. That's one of the old guns was telling me to.
This tunnel's called Lizard Tunnel.
Lizard tunnel, huh? Pretty long. You know, you can tell the tunnel's long. You see the lights in the camera, you know, when you're taking a shot. See how so you can see the lights inside the car?
Right.
Got a trip feature too up to the signal here. There's a trip just down here.
Okay.
Reduce our speed down to anything below 18. So the trip will drop.
Oh, is it like like on a track, like a track? Oh, I see it. That's the same system. They have something very similar to that in the subway in New York.
Because we're in a crossing loop now. So we're going to head to single line.
Look at this. Something else.
This tunnel's called Outlook.
No, not this one.
Oh, not this one. Oh.
Not sure if it's either Kaiwa or Nio.
Right. Okay.
There's another one right here.
This will be the one.
No.
No, still not.
They're pretty close together. There are quite a number of tunnels there, aren't there?
Yeah. They're coming out of the city now.
Wow, look at this. Wow. Look at this.
So that's the harbour.
Okay. I see some ships over there. Yeah, this is something. There's another line coming in down there from down below.
That's the one in front yard down here.
Some diesels over there.
That's the north car yard here.
Oh, I see some red cars over there.
It's all our north car yard here, and that's our cleaning tunnel.
Oh, okay.
Here, cleaning tunnel here. That's our loco coming up on
Those red cars over there, are they, What? are they museum cars?
Yes,
That's like the original paint job?
yes, based on that, yeah.
There's a turntable over here, look at that. That's what we turn locomotives on.
Okay. That's the stadium, the the rugby stadium there.
Oh, yes.
And all above here is all walkways and places that people can walk from the stadium. You can walk from the railway station to the stadium.
Oh, okay.
So the stadium, about half the people that come to the stadium come on the train.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just something.
To your left, there's the main signal box in Wellington. It's called A-Box.
A-box?
A-Box, the on-track sign here.
Yeah, just there.
If we had two reds over a yellow like that, on our railroad, that would mean that we have a restricted. We're going in on an occupied track where there's another train.
Same meaning here. High speed going on the train.
That means you're going into either into a bumper block or an occupied track where there's another train.
That's fine. You guys must have copied of us.
Yeah, yeah, we did.
They never tell us. This will be a couple up. Just going to get everyone off.
Thanks, Willie.
Okay, buddy.
So you got to couple this thing up and make a long train out of it.
Yes, because we've got cricket on today, we're building up all the services to run as 100 cars all day. Just give it to you, so all the training center officer all up.
Okay. Get that nice pantograph there. Yeah. And we go. Yeah, I wrote the line in from Johnsonville. I was amazed at how many tunnels there were on the line.
7 tunnels.
Yeah, I never saw anything like that anywhere.
Quite a steep grade as well.
Yeah, do we go through a lot of tunnels on this line too?
I think we tunneled 5 tunnels on this line.
Okay.
5. 7. So we'll go to Locomotive. All right. Is your signalling system the same as this, or is it totally different?
Well, yeah, what is that? Is that like a double red with a bottom? I didn't see the color of the signal that we just went by.
Yeah, well, yeah, usually you have 2 indication. It's always 2 indication.
Yeah, we have, we have a green over a red out on the main line, which is a clear.
Yeah, that's the same here.
And if we have 2 reds with a bottom yellow, that means they're restricting. They're going in on an occupied track or an end of a track.
Well, yeah, we're basically the same system.
Well, they got cement ties in some parts of the line too, huh?
Yeah, ours is low speed. Ours is we have a red over red with a short range yellow.
This is their shop over there where they work on the trains?
Yep, yep. MU depot?
Are they called the MU depot?
Yep. This is the Loco depot on this other side.
These are a lot of freight, like mostly freight diesels that I'm looking at.
Yep. They're fairly old.
They're still using them now, right?
Yeah. They
That's the Johnsonville line coming down there, right?
Yep, there's the Johnsonville line.
Now, there's this signal ever coming up on it, green over red, that would be a clear signal.
Yep.
If it was a red over green, that means you're making a diversion.
Yep.
It means you're gonna cross over to another truck.
Yep.
But you take your time, because we're going to be, by the time we get up there, we'll be up there.
And usually when the see indications on the bottom, it changes the speed you go.
Now, do you have speed control on these trains? Has speed control the cab signals?
Yeah. So, really, the signal gives you all the information you need to know.
They have like a cab indication over here? Like have his cab signal tells you how fast to go and
Oh, yes. Speedos, how much air you're using.
yeah, we have like a they did a, instead of having like they used to have what they call aspect display,
Yeah.
where they show the the signal,
Yeah.
like in a cab. Now what we got is a speed display. You got the speedometer tells you how fast to go. And then speed control is hooked up to it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
No, we don't have that system.
What's the maximum authorized speed out here?
90k.
What's that?
90k.
Oh, is that?
90 kilometers an hour.
Wouldn't that be like about 60 miles an hour?
Yeah, almost there.
About 60, you think? Is this another line down here?
That's the Hutt Valley line.
Okay.
These two lines here are the main trunks. One up, one for up main, one for down.
How much voltage they got in the overhead wire? About 1,500 volts DC, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, we carry like about 11,000 volts AC in our line.
Oh, okay. What's your gauge with?
What's that?
What's your gauge with? What's the width of your gauge in?
4 feet 8.5. 4 feet 8.5 inches. That's standard gauge. Yeah, same what they have in England on the main line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think ours is 1068.
Would it be like 40 inches, like about 3 foot 6 inches?
Yeah, that's
I didn't put a measurement between the rails, but I'm figuring it must be around 40 inches. This tunnel here looks like it's almost a mile long. $3K, yeah. That's about a little better than a mile and a half. Right? Yeah, there are tunnels that go under the Hudson and East River, but 2 miles, a little over 2 miles. They're allowed to go 60 miles an hour through the tunnels.
Oh, I get it.
So that's a green over red, the clear signal, eh?
Yeah. See they've got a unit that is not actually a light, it's a reflector.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Only the top unit's the light. And like, if they want to go the other, it's a stop and stay.
Right.
And if they're staggered to the right, they stop and stay. If the signal's out, they come and green.
Yeah, we have what we call automatic and home signals. The home signals, where the interlockings are, they don't have numbers on them.
Control signals.
Yeah, they're controlled by the dispatcher. you have to get permission to pass them.
Yeah, we have the same.
And if it's an automatic signal like that, that's in between the interlockings and numbers, we're allowed to stop and proceed at them at a restricted speed at the red.
Same principle.
Yeah.
But these ones here are stop and stay, one above the other.
Yeah.
And you have permission. They're not control, but you pass them, you get permission from the controller.
Right, right.
Yeah. It's just so you don't have two trains in the same
Right.
same area.
So when we have a stop and proceed, that means usually there's a train in front of you in the block, in the same block, so you got to watch out for its rear end,
Yeah, well, you can pass them after pre-range time, like 10 seconds, you can pass the signal and stop.
Yeah, now they have a new system that they just had for a few years, which they call they have cab signal without wayside. They just got home signals but no automatics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They have that now. So you have to go on cap speed.
Yeah.
And if you come up to a green signal, there's sometimes it'll flash. And what it'll mean is proceed on cap signal indication.
Oh, okay.
That's how they call it cap speed signals. So like a flashing green.
Is that right?
Yeah. You might have like a 45 mile an hour, or 60 or an 80, Let's see, it just dropped some ballast in it.
Controls the cab speed.
What's that?
How do they control the cab speed?
Well, it's controlled by the traffic on the railroad. When a train, leaves an area, the signals clear up again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's controlled by the occupancy of the railroad, Yeah, they call it conductors guards, or they call them conductors beyond our line. The conductors are, the engineer. Like the engineer is a driver, and the conductor would be equivalent to your guard.
Yeah, we call them train managers. They're train managers now.
Okay.
Yeah, they lost that guard thing about 3 years ago.
Yeah, now we don't have cabooses on our freight trains anymore.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, we used to have a cabin car or a caboose. They call them guard cars on.
Yeah, we don't have that.
We used to. All the freight trains had them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they got the jobs that shift, that they do like local switching work. They go in and out of sidings and go on the main line. Some of those have cabooses still.
Oh, okay.
And another thing that they do is they have like a locomotive and a cut of cars and another locomotive on the other end so they can switch either way.
Yeah.
That's another thing that they do. What's that?
Just change ends.
Change ends, yes. You got the same kind of rail fasteners here we have back home. They call them pandrills that hold the rail to the ties.
Yeah.
They pop in and out with a hammer.
Yeah.
Here we have cement ties that have these pandrills. They're doing away with it, some places where they still use the spikes, and I notice some places they have like the bolts.
Still have the screw spikes, pan rolls. We have big tapping machines and cleaners. And or track maintenance as well.
Yeah, we have a machine that lays down track.
Yep.
Yeah, they have what they call a track laying machine. What it does is it picks the rails up and spreads them, and pulls the old ties out and puts the cement ones in.
Yeah, concrete sleepers.
Yeah.
We basically have the same system, but ours is.
Yeah, they're doing away with a lot with ties and whatever, but not everywhere. Yeah, even some of the yard leads now have cement ties now.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we don't see this kind of scenery around our line.
You're spending most of your time in the tunnel, that's why.
Yeah. Or it's very congested, like commercialized area,
Yeah.
We don't see like these mountains and hills and things like that. We don't have as many tunnels, but they're long, the ones we have. You know what we have around our way? Sometimes people, in vehicles will go around the gates at the crossings and try to beat the train.
Oh, we don't get them that much here because they don't sit for long.
Yeah, sometimes a train will travel, a vehicle will go around the gate.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. The close side, huh?
No, it's pretty good. And how long are you in New Zealand?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah, I'm visiting my relatives. So this is my cousins with me on the train here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So will you just do the Wellington area, or will you?
I started up in Auckland,
Yeah.
and then I have a cousin that lives up in Takapuna,
Yeah.
and I have another cousin that lives in Matamata, and I have an uncle in Waihi Beach.
Oh, okay.
So I saw them already,
Yeah.
and I have another relative and a cousin in the South Island. He lives in the vicinity of Arthur's Pass in Johnson.
Oh, you'll love that. You can get down there and have a look.
We were going to be flying down there on Sunday night. And then we're going to stay overnight in Christchurch. We're going to fly down to Christchurch, stay overnight there. We'll take a train from Christchurch to Johnson's. It's just past Arthur's Pass. We get off the train.
Yeah, the train's Alpine. Bosgill. Across, yeah. And I think the line's only about 30 kilometres or something.
Okay, we had a ride on a steam line up in the Auckland area. It's called the Glenbrook. You know Glenbrook?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I had a cab, a footplate ride on a steam locomotive.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they're very nice about it,
Yeah.
And I got it on cam too.
Yeah.
I got the fireman, putting the coal in the door, in the firebox and all that.
Lucky.
You ever been in the steam engine?
No.
Yeah, it's an experience.
They have a lot of steam engines in a place called Silver Street. It's out towards the Hutt Valley,
Oh, okay.
or in Upper Hutt. And they have Sunday rides there and whatnot.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the United States, they're very concerned about liability and terrorists and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And that's what's brought it all on, really.
Yeah. There are some lines that you pay, an extra fare, and you make a reservation, you pay an extra fare and sign a release, and you can ride in the cab of the locomotive.
Is that right?
There are a couple of places where you can do that, but you have to make a reservation ahead of time, because they get booked out,
Yeah.
There's one really nice railroad up in Western Maryland, up in Cumberland, where they have a large 280 consolidation with a stoker in it. And it goes up by like an almost 2% grade for like 17 miles.
Is that right?
And you can ride in a cab of that, and that's a very, I did it a couple of times with a couple of friends. And you can bring a friend with you. They allow 2 people up in the cab. It's very unique in that way. They have Steamtown up in Scranton, Pennsylvania, but they don't allow people up in the engine.
Oh, okay.
But they have like some big engines up there on the excursion trains. But it's run by the the federal government, by the National Park Service,
Yeah.
So they're very liability conscious and all that. I got caught a couple of times years ago. One time I got caught with my son on my lap when he was a little kid. They just chewed me out though. That was back before, went back in the 80s, when the kids were young. Every once in a while, my wife would meet me at the station, and I'd take the kids to work with me, and my wife would meet me at the station along the way and pick the kids up.
Yeah.
And they'd take turns sitting on my lap. One time I had a guy from the Department of Transportation say, from the state come up. He didn't say anything, you know?
Yeah.
And I was a little nervous, you know? They're not too tough about you guys bringing a kid along, like a son along or something like that, are they?
No.
What's that?
They're quite happy with it.
Yeah, they don't mind having it like your son or anything.
Well, everything's kind of open.
Yeah.
So if they're sitting there or there, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I've had my kids up on a couple of, on an electric locomotive, one.
Yeah.
Do they have electric locomotives down this way?
No, we don't have that type. We only have the diesels and these. And in fact, this is the only electrics in New Zealand.
But that line that goes up to Hamilton is electric freight though, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. From Palmerston north to Te Rapa. All the passenger ones are like this in Wellington.
Because were they changing methods? Like were they, but they how they change the methods?
By voice, you can get a nudge. So that's why if you get on that, you choose nudge.
Yeah, this is part of the Porirua harbour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I can start. Okay, now we're going to have water next to us a lot of the way, right?
Yeah, right through to around about Parramatta, Western Parramatta.
Okay. You get to like enjoy the outdoors, when you're not working. Do you like that? Do you like the like trip?
Yeah, play a lot of golf.
Golf and that, yeah. Yeah, my father liked to play golf.
Yeah.
So my brother-in-law and sister very much into that.
Bit of treatment.
What's that?
A lot of the guys go treatment.
Yeah, all my relatives down here like to do that.
Yeah.
They have some nice tramping areas in the United States, but not so much where I live, because I live like in a suburbia, residential suburbia area.
Oh, okay.
There are places we can go and get exercises. Yeah, places like in Pennsylvania and like northern part of the state of New Jersey, we can go. So one of the things that people like to do in this, in the water around our way is jet ski, and have wave runners and jet skis and things like that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. How much time you got on the railroad now?
I've got 28.
How many?
28 years.
28 years, yeah. Yeah, I got 35 now.
A lot of that was spent in track maintenance.
I hired in 1971 as a fireman. Back then, he started out as a fireman before he became an engineer or a driver, as you would call it.
Yeah, yeah. 3 years or something?
Yes, but you know, back in the 70s, I was in freight service.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah.
Yeah, for a little while. Then I worked, started out with Penn Central, then Conrail,
Yeah.
and then now I work for New Jersey Transit, which is a commuter operation. It's all I haven't been on a diesel since 1994. That's the last time I operated a diesel. Because I've been all on electric, you know, like this here, you know.
It's probably a glimpse of the South Island there. You look to the blue. Across the blue. It'll come through again. Just wait until you get
I guess we'll be going through some tunnels pretty soon, huh?
here. Once we climb to the top, you go down the other side into Locomotive.
I've worked with a couple of guys that actually lived on their boats over the years.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Their boats big enough they can live on them. I guess they didn't go out on them very much. It cost a lot in petrol, but they stayed aboard them and slept them and everything. Okay, I got a 12-car train. But the maximum they get one of these, you know, they can put 12 RO3s together.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's like 6 pairs of, you know, like they're in, married pairs. They can put like 6, you know, they're on a 12-car train. That's maximum.
Yeah.
On a train leaving New York in the afternoon, yeah, we carry 1,300 passengers. So the platforms do get crowded, you know.
Yeah, everybody's pushing.
Yeah.
You're not going to get South Island today.
Look at this. This is the open sea that I'm looking at over here.
Yeah. And usually on a clear day you can see the South Island straight across there.
So you can see the South Island from here?
Usually.
Is that right, yeah?
Not today though.
And today it looks like it's pretty clear, but not clear enough, right?
Not clear enough.
I'll tell you what, around our way, if you get 10, 15 miles of visibility, you're doing good.
Is that right?
Yeah. Is this a museum over here?
This is a museum. Mainline steam. Privately owned. Might get a better shot of it when we come back. 8 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was there a steam museum there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's another one at Paikokariki.
Yeah, that's where we're going, out there.
Yeah.
There's one here. Oh.
Yeah. One here, Paikokariki, and there's one out at, oh, I don't think it's a steam museum, but there's one at Silverstream as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the steam.
Yeah.
I see a sign that says shunting limit. They have what they call the odd limits
Yeah.
back in the United States. There's a different set of rules where, you know, like there's not too many places to live, you know, where we work. There's one line that actually has the odd limits, you know, on the main line.
Oh, is that right?
Looks like they put some new poles in over here.
Yep, it's just been installed.
Looks like pressure treated wood, huh?
Yeah.
gliding a popular sport around this way?
Yeah,
Hang gliding? You ever see people running down one of these hills with a hang glider?
yeah. Usually they jump off the Locomotive hill. You might get a couple today, but
Yeah. But today would be a breezy day for somebody who wants to try that, right?
yeah.
Do they have a lot of golf courses around here?
Truckloads.
What's that?
There's lots.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Looks like a nice area for them.
Yeah.
I guess that day like today, the wind would carry your ball a little bit, wouldn't it?
All over the place, yeah. Play around the golf probably cost you $30.
Oh, okay.
That's New Zealand
Okay.
on average.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The good ones you have to pay a wee bit more, but
We have some courses, we have some public courses, but we also have private or courses that are quite, expensive. And the only way you can play on them is if if you have a friend that's a member. You can.
yeah. Well, we only have one of those courses that has a time delay on it as you get further down.
Okay.
It's really designed for freight trains to reduce speeds to 40k.
Okay.
Because once you get down to the next station, the signal reverts to proceed.
As this track is, this line is mostly double track, right?
Well, it's double track right down to a place called South Junction, North and South Junction. Yeah.
Do you have to take the sign anywhere and wait for a train going the other way?
No, we don't have siding on this line. It's just one single track all the way down.
Do you have names for these curves? Like we have names for some of our curbs.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, we don't. See how the signal's reverted?
Yeah.
It'll always hold that stop until you trip the system. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really designed just for freight trains.
Yeah, so that signal there, when you're in the United States, when you're on our line with Tulsa, that would be an approach medium. You approach the next signal at 30 miles an hour.
Well, that one's saying caution normal speed, but the next signal in France is showing a medium speed.
Okay.
And the medium speed is 25k.
Okay.
And what it says is, if you have a
So they still drive.
speed board authorising a higher speed, then you can go higher, quicker than 25k through the turnout. It's really into a junction.
Oh, okay.
Just telling me what the next signal is.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of these, a lot of the signals. Would that be considered like an automatic, or is that like a home signal, like controlled by
it's an
dispatcher?
automatic signal.
This is an automatic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of automatics have like numbers on them. That's how you, like a number plate where you identify it.
The other one's got the meterage on it, 3132.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we call them intermediates.
Yeah, that signal there would be a medium clear. It means you got 30 miles an hour through a crossover
And,
or a junction.
and there's the speed board there. See that speed board slow 40?
Yes.
That's the speed for the location.
Okay.
And that's only until you clear the points to which the signal applies. So that signal applies to this junction here.
Okay.
Yeah, once you clear it, you're back to line speed.
Okay.
Your line speed.
Well, look at this. My gosh, look at that scenery. We definitely don't have this kind of scenery around our way, for sure.
Is that right? Yeah, no, you can see the South Island today.
Yeah, if I want to look at scenery like this after today, after this trip, I'll have to look at my video.
Is that right?
Look at this. I can see the bottom of the water down there so
Yeah.
clear. What's that island over there?
It's Carpenter.
Okay. I have to look at my photos and my videos after this to see this kind of scenery. Looks like you got a couple of tunnels there, huh?
Yeah.
This is like 4 tunnels.
Yeah, I think we're going to go down to tunnel 7, just sort of North Junction.
I think the closest we would have, you know, to this here in the United States would be the coast, you know, in California.
Oh,
Like between, but maybe between San Francisco and Los Angeles, where you got these cliffs that come down to the ocean. And I think there's a road on, you know, this coast highway.
Yeah.
But I've never been there, you know. I guess this is pretty close to that, but this is probably better. This car's ride pretty nice.
It's got airbags on it?
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty good.
This will weld the rail also, huh?
Yeah. You guys still have a lot of jointed?
Not very much.
Oh,
Where I operate, it's all welded rail now.
okay. Yeah.
Is this where we going, Rob?
This is us, Brooks.
Okay.
I want to go to the museum.
Yep.
When I jump off, I'm just going to get a little shot of you leaving here.
Okay.
That's okay. Hey, Rob, I got a picture of you.
Yeah.
There you go. Very nice. That was nice. But you have to see the scenery is spectacular.
Thought you might like that.
Spectacular.
You should have asked me.
Hello.
Good morning.
Think he's gonna have to stop to get the switch, David?
No, I think the other train is probably switched.
Sounds like he's slowing down.
It does.
Sounds like it's General Motors, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. I reckon it's pretty good, Brooks. It's train heaven.
Lining the switch up. Hey, turn the other engine. They must have had a turntable over there.
No, I don't know if it was a turntable. It must be just
So maybe a Y there.
yeah, wire.
What's the name of this place again?
Otira.
Otira.
O-T-I-R-A.
Okay. And this is the hot spot on the on this division here.
It's Grand Central Otira.
Yeah.
This is an experimental train. Running 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 locomotives, 45 coal wagons to pull over 1 and 2, 3 grade Otira tunnel.
They look identical. If you look at them, they look identical. How's it coming along, Dave?
Yeah, she's good. Should be out there, Brooks, helping them out.
Gonna make a hitch. There we go, he made the hitch, right? Let's stretch out and see if he got him. That's the air compressor that you hear. on there?
16. 16 with 30 on the other one. That's 40.
Big cars, man.
53, nearly 54 tons. Some of them are 54.5 tons.
Okay.
70 tons. 70 ton on that one, the long one.
Okay. Yeah. Up the end of the hose don't get broke. Yeah, just seeing that many locomotives together, yeah, going up the hill there looks like something. Now to get everything out on the main line, back up and tie up to the rest of the train. You gotta get behind that signal up there.
Yep.
Apparently when they do come back and couple up, they gotta hook up to a brake test, make sure the brakes apply in the rear of the train and everything. Okay, should be going by the signal now. Should be far enough though. The knuckles missing.
Get the rest of the wagon behind.
Yep. This is supposed to be a test of getting like a 45, 46 car train. Yeah, two losses pass through the tunnel. And the coupling broke, so we have to bring this car up and set it out and go back and get the rest of the train. Oh, sorry about that. I got my camera now. There used to be a catenary pole over there that used to support the red wire that's standing up over there.
Yeah, that's right, and there's one lying in the river there that's fallen in. That's the only remnants of the overheads.
Okay. Well, by the time they get the rest of the train and come back through again, it'll be too late.
Yeah, be done.
There's a turntable over here that's still used. For an occasional fan trip with a steam engine, they still use it.
Bring it around for you, Brooks.
Yeah, give it a push.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's stuck. Oh, look, it's moving.
Oh well. We're go home for now, have a barbecue, huh?